right now, I want to take you back over to the book of Acts chapter 16, verse 4. Remember with me, Paul has had this great evangelistic outreach up in Galatia, bringing Gentiles to the faith. They've got this great primarily Gentile with some Jews in the church in Antioch of Assyria, at that time the largest church in the world, according to historians. And then the Judaizers, these guys who claim to be Christians, but you've got to be circumcised and obey the law of Moses or you're not saved. They brought their legalism and try to bring it into the church. Now, remember with me that they claimed to represent the apostles, but the apostles disavowed them. They claim to be passing on the teaching of the apostles, but it says, no, this is their teaching, not the teaching of the church, not the teaching of the apostles. And so the apostles got together along with the elders and Paul and Barnabas, and they wrote this beautiful epistle where it disavowed the false, it endorsed the real leaders, and it said, now this is real doctrine. Now notice the fruit of this. It says they went from town to town instructing the believers to follow the decisions made by the apostles and elders in Jerusalem. So the churches were strengthened in their faith and grew larger every day. Number one, strengthened in their faith. Number two, grew larger every day. Now, churches only grow with clarity and purity of doctrine. You say, well, Pastor Sumrall, it doesn't look like that in the world today. I said churches. I didn't say event centers that gather together like a Christian business. I didn't say a Christian country club where people gather together to do business and have a short devotional thought, but a real church. Now, you got to understand, real churches function differently than these new aberrations that I call event places and that I would call just a Christian country club. A real church has to function in the right way in order to grow. You can grow a crowd the wrong way, but to grow a real church, you have to do things the right way. And part of that is making sure the membership is strong and the church is growing, requires good, clear doctrine. Now that means sometimes as pastors we have to stand up and say, now, this over here, this is wrong. We're not attacking people. We don't hate people, but that is wrong. Now, when you stand up and learn to bring clarity and purity of doctrine in the church is going to be strengthened in the faith, and the church can grow numerically.